With the rebellion ending in defeat, I've decided to set out at once for King's Landing. The journey will be a long and dangerous one, however I must seek out the mercy of King Rhaegar, if not for myself then for my house's sake. Whilst I am glad that Lyanna has returned home safely, although without child, my main concern is the king himself. I hope that he is not his father. I hope he can find it within himself to show my house mercy, even if his judgment for my crimes isn't so. I pray that the gods watch over us all. Winter is coming. And thus begins part 2 of our Ned Stark playthrough. In this one, we are going on a long journey. We're going to have to march all the way along the King's Road, all the way to King's Landing, in fact, so that we can go ahead and beg King Rhaegar for his mercy. Let's go ahead and unpause, though, and start our long journey. All packed and proper, we have finally come to the point where we can start our journey from Winterfell to our next destination at King's Landing. As we depart from the holding and our mounts start treading new ground, I am certain we will return soon and in one piece. Well, I'm glad Ned has some faith, because I'm a little bit worried. Our lover here, in fact, our soulmate Catelyn, will be our regent in our absence. Let's go ahead and keep track of things. What's this? Journeying through Windy Stand, I pass by a peculiar looking tent splayed open with its yet more peculiar looking occupant inside. Come in, O mighty Lord Paramount. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I could offer you a reading for your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued my interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? We're 240 gold in debt. Probably not. I'm not interested right now. I do appreciate it, though. Let's zoom out a little bit, and then we can keep track. What's this? I've noticed that Hugh avoids me more than usual. Who is Hugh? Just my courtier, not my vassal. Okay. He always sits at the opposite end of the table whenever we're invited to a feast and consistently refuses my company while camping. We may not have the best of relationships, but that attitude is starting to tire me, especially when I overhear him defaming me. Eddard is a worthless scullion. I'd be a way better Lord Paramount than him. Oh, is there rebellion brewing already? Ooh, you want to know how it is? I'll show you. I don't think that's within my... Let's see, what am I? I'm honest, honourable, trusting and just. I am just, though. If there's speak of rebellion... Maybe I should pull him in his place. No, I think Caravan Master Aelin would take care of it. He scolds him, he loses a little bit of opinion of me, but at least we keep him in our entourage. Sometimes people, they get ahead of themselves, they get lost in a little bit of a dream, they forget what reality is. As we travel through the wild lands of Blacklog, I find myself with the distinct feeling of being watched. Hiding through poorly, I see a frail dirty boy watching our entourage. Ah, son of wolves. Are you a wildling? I don't think so. No, you're a Northman. You are athletic, though. A member of our caravan informs me that the locals say these lands are haunted by someone they call Osric, who is said to have been raised far away from human society by a wolf. Apparently, the poor creature has taken a fascination with us and has even started to speak some basic common tongue, though not to any meaningful proficiency. I could train him. He becomes my ward. Do I have room for wards? Relationships? I do have room for a ward. He could be the son that I haven't had yet. Haha. Do you know what? I'm going to train the boy. I will train him. He's athletic as well. Let's go ahead and pin him. Osric. There we go. You're my firstborn son. Our road takes us through the treacherous parts of Blacklog. While I scan for any dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? As I brace myself for impact, Osric jumps out of the bush instead holding a plant. You scared me, Osric. Anyway, let me see what you have here. Some kind of fruit? Yes, it looks and smells so delicious. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I'll just take a little bite, he says. Oh, suddenly he's learned how to speak quite a bit, actually. Do you know what? I'll let him eat it. I'm not gonna... Oh, he gets a painful stomachache for 5 years. Do you know what? That's a lengthy stomachache. Let's resume our journey, though. It's gonna be a long trip, isn't it? It's not the first time I catch my courtier Yenna fiddling around with some flowers she's been picking along the road. Sometimes I swear I even hear him singing, overlooking Hope Springs Holding. Wait. It's a her, right? Yeah, it's a her. Okay. My liege, she says, when she notices that I've been observing her. It's not a secret that my heart has found a new home far from home. Alas, my liege, my soul aches for Kyle. My desires know no end. His hair, his eyes. I long for just a salute. I'd die for a word. Please, I beg you, let me stay with him. Come on. No, I've hired you to join me. You're meant to accompany me to King's Landing. You're coming home with me. We have enough room. I mean, he could join my court instead. He is a fighter. He believes in the old gods. He's a Northman. He's of a noble house. Eagle-eyed, lion-hearted. House Condon. They have 4 living members. His son, not his son, sorry, his sibling, his brother here, is landed. Do you know what? You can join my court and join my entourage, my friend. We need good fighters to defend us against bandits and whatnot. An imposing man is standing on the road ahead of us. I am Merrick of Pile Hill. I have bested dozens of men in combat. And honestly, all those fights were dull, so here I am on this road looking for someone better than me. Someone I can learn from. If you can best me in combat, I will become a valuable and loyal servant. And so, on this day, I demand to meet one of you in a fair fight. How good are you at fight? 24 prowess? I should be able to beat him. What do I pick? I have no interest in either you or a fair fight. Oh dear. We trample him. You might be less valuable after I win. I mean, I could... Do you know what? Let's fight him. Oh, he won the fight. Oh dear. Everyone loses opinion on me as well. Slope! I hear Hugh shout out in panic. Soon thereafter, I hear a loud crackling sound, like that of wood breaking, and with my patience finally snapping, I step out on the dirt to see the splintered remains of a wagon wheel. My wagon wheel! I'm sorry, my liege. It was my turn as lookout, and I fell asleep at the reins. What? Oh dear. We're gonna be delayed by 5 days. That's fine. It's such a long journey. I don't think 5 days is gonna make too much of a difference. How often are these events? We haven't even reached the neck yet. Well, Moat Cailin is almost here. We still got... These pop up quite often, don't they? As we manage to get through a dangerous path in Lost Cairn, we decide to rest for the night. As I walk around the encampment, suddenly a strange feeling that someone is missing bothers me. I ask around and everyone agrees on one thing, that I don't remember seeing Osric all day. That is worrisome. He is still just a child. What if he got lost somewhere along the way? He's probably lonely and, more importantly, starving. I don't want to risk more people getting lost. We're gonna have to find him, though. We're gonna have to... We can't afford the gold. Do you know what? I'll find him myself. There we go. We actually found him and brought him back. He was raised by wolves. He likes the natural wilderness, let's say. The Crangerman storytellers of Laughing Run are greatly renowned, and when I finally meet them, they don't disappoint. We spend many hours sitting around a fire listening to their stories, and it is a true joy to hear them speak. I should encourage more storytelling at home. Reduces the cost of establishing the storyteller's tradition. Minus 1,000 prestige. Do you know what? Why not? I don't know where we're going to get that. And there we go. We've reached Moat Cailin. That's a big staple. Now we just got to travel through the neck. And then we're going into the Riverlands. It is known that the people of Leaky Path seem to profess a special devotion towards their captains and their legends. My lord, the captain says, bowing his head, it is most fortunate that you and I came to meet at this crossroad, for I'm in search of a marvellous fountain, which water is said to cure all illnesses. If you were to help me in my quest, I shall pay homage to you. Do you have any... You don't have any gold or anything. I follow the captain. Now, join me and forget about this foolishness. There we go. He's joined my entourage. We are rallying the men of the north on our way south, aren't we? Which is going to be rather useful if we manage to survive our visit to King's Landing. As we trek through the Medge course, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by leafy bushes. I proceed towards the commotion only to find Aelin and Kyle have an irate row. I swear to you, we are going the wrong way. I'll not go a single step further until we resolve this, Aelin shouts. You stubborn old goat. Can't you see this entire entourage is exhausted by you and your sensitive soul? Oh, men, calm down. Come now, surely you two can make amends. And they do manage to settle their differences. To my vassal, as an influential Lord Paramount, it is only fair that you have a voice in my council. In recognition of this fact, I hereby offer you the position of Steward of the Iron Throne. Rhaegar seems to actually be reaching out to us. How do I see this? Council, lieges, we are Master of Coin. That's going to help us get out of debt. I don't see Robert here. The Tullys are here, though. The Arryns aren't, because, of course, John Arryn did die, rather unfortunately, of old age, I think it was, as well. Maybe Rhaegar can forgive Robert as well with time. We'll have to see. Of course, Robert is now married to Lyanna, so we'll have to see how that plays out. On our way through Slunas, we appear to have stumbled into a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue Clamour around exotic food stalls, the air thick with fragrances I never had imagined. My nose is drawn to a lowly stored stacked with a dish I could only dream of, and pulled out of my haze by the halting grasp of Dior. Do not waste your palate on this slop, my lord. Bowls of stew are for peasants. We have much finer foods at home. It's going to be a long time before we get there. But I can't believe I almost ate this garbage. We gotta keep moving, lads. We can't be stopping off at every food store we see. And look at that, we've actually managed to make it to the Riverlands now. We're making good progress here. I've rarely seen my courtier Hugh this excited before. His eyes seem to be devouring a richly adorned book. Sometimes I manage to take a peek at the maps on its interior. One morning, he finally approaches me about his findings. My liege, there are rumours that the land of Werner is home to extraordinary people. It is said that Mandarin slaves with all manner of deformities wander these cities. Where is this? Oh, it's where we are. Of course it would be. What's this? I must see these creatures now. Now, please, let's not divert. We have a mission. We gotta remember the bigger picture. There we go. Every time we get to a new settlement, I take a moment to look around, trying to find the grotesque creatures that I've seen in Hugh's maps. The curiosity is simply too big. When we arrive in the Whitewood, he comes to me, grasping his book tightly. My liege, we followed all the indication, but these creatures are nowhere to be found. It has occurred to me that there may be perhaps no more than an invention. Yeah, okay. We don't really care. As I said, we've come here with bigger issues. What's this? She tried to obtain you gold, but she spent 100... This was an abuse of power. Catelyn is abusing power, is she? But she's selfless. I think... Oh, she tried to make me gold because I told her to. So she's not really abusing... I mean, she's abusing her powers, but to help me. So that's fine. Catelyn is staying loyal. And look at that. We've almost made it to the Crown Lands. The Riverlands had a much less event going on, didn't they? Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnawing jaws, and the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. This noise is so horrific it must have come from the depths of hell. Attempting to track the source, we find a desperate captain struggling with a wild wolf. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip is beginning to falter. He's a craven. Oh, he's not very strong at all. Help him, Kyle. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, we'll tell Kyle to help him. Kyle managed to defeat the wolf. Very nice. We have stayed on the road slightly too long and the sun is starting to dip below the horizon. Out of the surrounding terrain, shapes start to merge and form into angry-looking armed figures. This here road has a toll, pay up, says the biggest and frankly ugliest of the bunch. Does he know? Is he demanding payment from Warden of the North? My courtier Annin steps forwards, weapon raised, and looks to me for direction. Tolls are for peasants, and I am a Lord Paramount. How dare you demand that I pay gold? Did we end up paying the gold? I don't know. But we have now arrived in King's Landing. Now begins. We gain 600 intrigue. Visited the capital of 7 kingdoms. We get 600 intrigue? I haven't come here for intrigue, Rhaegar. I promise. I've come here as a diplomat. Servants usher me into King Rhaegar's great hall in King's Landing, where he sits his throne, waiting to hear my pledge. Look at that. The Iron Throne. Looks marvellous. We don't have any ambitions for it, though. We're not a very ambitious character. We're happy with the North. I kneel at the feet of my lord and pledge the many oaths of homage. As his scribes record the event, then comes my gift. I affirm that will increase my contributions to the 7 kingdoms as a sign of my loyalty and for the good of the crown. Rhaegar bids me to arise and confirms his satisfaction, along with my rights to the lands I rule in his stead. So what do we increase? We increased our taxes. That's fine. Hopefully that means then that he has shown us mercy. Plus 25 opinion. In fact, he is quite favourable of us. And he is still... Are they married now? Yes, she's 36. Married to Princess Elia. Do you still have Lyanna as a lover? You don't. So this whole thing... Robert is his rival, though. There's Lyanna. Look at that. This alternative storyline is so cool. So I think he's forgiven me. The burdens of service. We have gone. We have paid homage. We left with our life. Which I wasn't expecting. We're above our domain limit, but that should be fun when we get back. And now begins the long journey home. We picked up Osric as well. He's not my son. I wonder if I could make him my son. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, that would have been so cool. But we could still have a son. Once I return home, I imagine me and my lover have plenty of nights to catch up with one another. And that I will. That much is certain. Do we not get events on the trip back? We do. I have seen the world and beheld its many wonders in my travels, but never have I ever beheld such beauties as the one I've seen in Minstridge. Truly, Riverland or woman are cut above all the rest. That's why I've had a Riverlander soulmate and wife. One particularly fascinating specimen has taken my eye as of late. A peasant woman by the name of Freya. A pretty little sweetheart. She is far too pleasing to my eye to spend her days slaving away in Minster. We're not going to try anything. I am honourable. I cannot give my love so freely. I already have a wife. I have a soulmate. I'm honourable. We will stay true to my love. There we go. And we are back in the north now. We're in the neck right now. The neck is the north, right? The day on the road has been fairly calm and nondescript so far. We are somewhere outside of Slunus, and I close my eyes as my mount brings me forward, one solid step at a time. As the wind plays a magnificent melody through the treetops, another noise is carried by the breeze, and not from our entourage. Is that quacking? I isolate the sound to be coming from a shrubbery on my right-hand side. Follow the duck! I'm in a good mood. Rhaegar has forgiven us. We have lots to celebrate. I dismount and locate the duck in the nearby shrubbery. It starts waddling off into the wilderness and I follow by foot. Suddenly the duck stops and tilts its head in my direction, clearly confused as to why it has procured a human follower. I smile at the duck, trying to ease the tension, but the duck suddenly squirms, flaps its wings and flies away. What a wild duck chase. Oh dear, the puns are terrible, Ned. The puns are terrible. That should be worthy of being sent to the war. Do we have our education sorted for Arya? We do. Okay. Arya's being trained in martial. I just wanted to double check that because she is of age now. Oh, look at that. We're passing White Harbour now as well. We should be able to see that in the distance. In fact, if we look over there, look at that. Wonderful stuff. Wait. My Liam was killed by leader Lionel of the peasant revolt. Oh. We're not in a peasant revolt. Wait, why are we in... Stannis? No. Robert's in a war? For Lord Aemon's claim on the... We need to go and help Robert. I got distracted. First, I had to secure mercy from King Rhaegar, though. I had to know that I was in good standing with him. And now we must go and march and help Robert, because he's going to lose the Stormlands. Master Styr of Scusbury has accused my vassal Lord Forrard of having had an affair with his lover Orwella. I do not see what the fuss is about. Yeah, do we not have anything more important to do, men? I'm currently a little bit away from Winterfell. Soon I will be back, though. Truly, a stroll through Fallen Trunk is a gift from the old gods. The tranquility of this place is suddenly and abruptly broken by the furious grunts and clattering of armour. Hark! Get me out of this metal prison! My squire took offence at my manner, even going so far as to call me heartless, and has abandoned me. Whatever this strange man did could not have been enough to justify being stuck forever in his armour. I could of course have someone help him, but is it truly worth it? He's heartless. He's not that good at fighting. Tell you what, give me 30 gold and I'll take your armor off. I wouldn't usually do that. Oh, it ended... Okay, the war with Robert ended inconclusively as well. Okay, that's good. I think Rhaegar demanded them to end the war. And look at that, we've gained some diplomacy lifestyle experience now as well. At long last, I am finally home. There was nothing better than arriving back in Winterfell after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the cool of the road beckons ever onward. I'll never forget when I had an awkward moment with a duck. I followed in the wilds of Slunus Westlands. Thank the old gods I can go inside once more. Yenna leaves my court, so does Hugh. Why? Oh, you only joined the entourage. And now the regency ended as well. Look at that. Catelyn gains 150 prestige. Osric has been a real challenge to mentor, that much is certain. He is scarcely able to string a sentence together and still prowls around like a beast. Life indoors seems to cause him a great deal of stress, and when he does decide to speak, he speaks almost exclusively of returning to the wilderness. I watch as he stands uncomfortably on two legs and motions to leave, and somehow I know that this time he is leaving for good. Wait! Give me one more chance, Osric! The son that I never had! Please stay. Has he left? He's still here. I don't think he's left. Okay, we managed to convince him to stay. Nothing popped up, so it's hard to know. What's this? Oh, there's a hunt in Barstock. Though nobody ever dared to dream it, it appears that there has been a breakthrough in Osric's development. Once a simple child cradled by none but feral beasts, the boy is at last showing progress. Osric speaks in complete sentences and plays with other children his age as if he had always been one of them. Today, after our unusual lessons, he even asked me to be his father. No way! I can actually make him my son? Okay, I haven't played the new update. I didn't know that was possible. I am so happy right now. So he lost a oh, he has malnourished. He's malnourished. We're gonna feed you up, boy. Don't you worry. He is a son to me, blood or no. We lose 450 renown. He becomes part of House Stark. Oh. I don't have a son yet. I need a son. He is a son to me, blood or no. We made a friend. Osric, son of wolves. Wait, do we have a... Oh, let's pause this a moment while I'm looking. Let's see, new heir. The First Sword of the Winter Wolves. We named our accolade First Sword of the Winter Wolves because we have a unique men-at-arms, I believe, called Winter Wolves. And now we found Lord Osric, son of wolves. It was meant to be. It's a sign from the old gods. And now he is my player heir and son, and he's athletic. He is a Stark nonetheless. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, what do I want to train you? You're good at stewardship or learning. Am I good at stewardship? Not really. I will train you in stewardship, though. And I will keep on training you because you are my only son right now. Oh, this is amazing. I love the stories that can crop up in Game of Thrones or Crusader Kings. Right, we're not going to petition or pay homage just because we've already done that. We walked all the way there. We did it the manual way. What I am considering, though, is there is currently a hunt going on. Where are you? Is that too far away? Not really, just to the south. Should we join his hunt? Greetings, my amicable liege. You are cordially invited to my hunt in the grasslands of Barlow. Together we shall make a mighty sport of it. Do you know what? I have to leave within 6 months. Catelyn! I know you have missed me, my love. But I must go on the hunt. I need to keep close to my vassals. I need to keep them close to me. We need to keep up the good relation. So I will go ahead and join this hunt. We don't need a desert warrior or a forder, most likely. I'll keep my caravan master. What is the majority of the dangers here? I think it's mostly steppe, right? So we do actually need our desert warrior still. There we go. That gets rid of most of that. This is still steppe. What's this? Tiger. Okay, tiger and hills. We'll probably get rid of this one because it's a big old warning sign there. Oh, it's only 1% chance of danger, though. This is 28% chance. So if we get rid of this... So we got steppe... Oh, it's because of county control. Do we have something for tiger? Hopefully not actual tigers. We can hire this guy. Oh, that looks much better. Right. Let's go ahead and make our way to the hunt. It's going to cost us 16 gold. We're already in debt, but that's fine. It's only 16. Let's go ahead and start this with hired desert warrior and this guy as well. We've only just returned and I've unlocked a new martial perk. Let's go ahead and unlock courtship. I want to get down to gallant. That should be useful to us. My vassal Lord William is hosting a hunt in Barlow and time has come for us to depart. I should be able to proudly represent the House of Stark. This should be a good sport if the event is properly organised. I hope it goes well. And thus we leave Winterfell once more. I do trust Catelyn, though. She served me well last time. So we will trust her to serve me once more. We're already halfway there. A grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arch in a cathedral. On its entry, there's a small wooden table and a store. Someone has left a lantern burning on it. Careful, my liege. Aelin holds his arm up in front of my chest. There are bandits in these lands. You're quick to make acquisitions. A dimly illuminated figure stands in the entrance to the cave. I'm merely a hermit, and you must be a Lord Paramount. Ooh. She is a mystic. A hermit would be a great addition to my entourage. Join me. This is a rare opportunity for you to join your Lord Paramount on a hunt. I will openly invite you to such an event. Lady Janelle gives us a warm reception when we come to her keep. However, her guards seem to chuckle and murmur when they see us pointing at our entourage. My dear Lord Paramount Eddard, it's such an honour to welcome you at my... Janelle stops in the middle of my sentence, her face livid. What are you doing with my hermit? Oh dear. Oh dear. She's only going on a hunt. Yeah, it wasn't my intention to steal your courtier. It wasn't my intention at all. You see, we've simply had a misunderstanding here, my vassal. Oh dear. What's this? As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, Lord William has started on the preparations. His gamekeepers check the grasslands each day for signs of quarry, while building a camp closer to the hunting grounds. I have checked my gear and horse many times. It won't be long now. Soon the hunt will begin. Soon. Oh, look at this. Oh, this DLC is so cool. So cool. I never expected... Let's close this because I can hear the air. Is there a way for me to close this? Yeah, there we go. Let's get rid of that. I never expected I would grow as close to Lady Tandor as I have done in the past few years. On multiple occasions, she has proven herself to be a reliable and forthright woman, with only my best intentions at heart. Oh, we become friends. Stokeworth. Where is Stokeworth? Oh, it's all the way down in the Crownlands. Sure, let's become friends with, the more friends we have closer to Rhaegar himself, probably the better. Right, how long is left until we have this? First, we have something else. To the amicable Eddard, Lord Cimmeril is dear to me. Would you let her go in return for this offer? 50 gold. I will accept that. In fact, I haven't checked my dungeon. Oh, it was only her. Okay, I'll let her go for 50 gold. We need to get ourselves out of debt. Faction created against King Rhaegar. Robert's rebelling again? Robert is rebelling again. Robert is my best friend. Do we join him once more? Oh dear. Let's go on the hunt first. Robert, I have received your raven. I must have some time to think. I gotta think of House Stark. I know that we're best friends. Let me finish my hunt, and then once I've finished my recreational activities... Why are the Boltons down here? I will get back to you at once. Master Cole assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the flatlands near Barlow. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. The pack is a nuisance, scavenging from farms and retreating deep into the forest. Ultimately, Lord William decided he wanted to hunt a wolf today. Oh, let's get out there. I will happily hunt a wolf. Can we set this? Oh, not yet. Oh, what's this? Bandits running rampant for 10 years. Ah. Development growth, holding taxes are down. A vassal Mark is crouched down in the ground, humming cheerfully, picking roses. He appears to have lost all interest in the hunt. Lord Paramount, what a bounty of nature. Look at these plants. Truly, the wealth of the earth knows no bounds. We do not appreciate these simple treasures enough. Ah. Get back on your horse. We're here to hunt. Don't disrespect the vassal who has paid the gold to put on this event. Oh, we're here for recreation. I could slay the beast. Should we try to slay the beast ourselves? I think we should, or we could try and befriend the vassal. I think that would be rather worth it. Who's a strong vassal here? The Glovers could be a strong ally and friend. Let's try and befriend the Glovers over here. Master Ethan of the Wolfswood I'm going to try and befriend here. Let's go ahead and change that over. Because we don't need to kill the beast ourselves. We need to ensure that the North stays together, united. My vassal, Lord John, signals across the flatland. The whole wolf pack crouches in a hollow not far off. The beast bolts up on our approach, howling the alarm as they retreat into a tall grass, fangs snarling. Lord Willem thinks a moment before gesturing to the left. Come, we will kill it off. Let's go. Are we going to be able to kill it? We have a 64% success chance. I didn't manage to sway you, but you're already at 100 opinion. What I should do is probably try and seduce my wife. Oh, I can't do that because I'm traveling. That would make sense. Our plans were for naught. The beast scents are trapped by wind or connivance and refuse to be led into our ambush by the flushers. At last, it slipped their clutches entirely, disappearing into the grassland. Ah, clever thing. We failed. Are we still hunting it, or is it over? We gained the trait Hunter. I am a hunter now. We don't have any experience, really, though, do we? So do we gain anything just from having this? Ah, we do gain some prowess. Okay, nice. Oh, that's still worth it, then. Hunts like these are a pure joy. I cannot wait for next year. I am no closer to gaining the confidence of Ethan. I must be doing something wrong. Master Moores gathers the disappointed party and exhausted hounds for the trip home. The wolf indeed eluded us this time. Let us leave this adventure behind for now. So we gained... What did I gain? I don't actually know. I think a little bit of prestige. We gained the hunter trait at least. Let's go back to Winterfell now, though. We stopped to rest one night at the tavern, and while I'm sitting in the corner peacefully enjoying some Barrowman music, the door barges open and a large silhouette appears. The captain swaggers in and the atmosphere immediately changes. The people bow their heads in reverence, some swoon, and the barkeep immediately pours the apparently famous Captain Free drinks. Is being a captain really so special here? I should find out why they regard them so highly. Martial admiration. These are cultural traits. I'm not a fan of changing cultures, unless we have a roleplay reason. But, yeah, it's nice for the little bit of lore anyway. Ailing is in charge of our food supplies and sheepishly revealed our provisions are now all but useless, having been poorly stored. Patches of mould cover the bread and fresh produce, and we have quickly used up the remaining dried food. The party grows hungry and dusk begins to fall. Because I have good learning, I should pick this. Yeah, this option's available. What is my learning? 9? That's not very high. But I must pick it. Nature will provide for us. Follow me, my vassals. Hopefully we don't die. As the procession rolls through the steppe of Pointed Hall, I spot a peasant walking along the side road with no shoes. His feet are bloodied and swollen. He clearly must have been walking for a long time. As I pass him, I look closely at his face, the sad, sad eyes, the grimace of pain. Perhaps I could help somehow. Get him some shoes. I do feel for my people. I do feel for them. As we trek through Windmed, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by leafy bushes. I proceed towards the commotion, only to find Harwin and Mulder having an irate row. Row? Yeah. Okay, there. You're my captain. I wouldn't fight him. He is a giant, although he is an imbecile, so maybe you'll get lucky. Buck up, you snivelling little bamper, and fight me. Show me your worth. A craven like you has no right being on this journey. Harwin spits at the ground. Walder merely cowers in fear, weeping silently to himself. Come on, guys, make amends. And I do convince them to settle their differences. There we go. Right, let's get back to Winterfell. I must see my wife. Greetings, my amicable liege. I've been hosting your chancellor for several weeks, and he has helped me truly see the splendour of the realm. I'm blessed to have such good servants. Look at that. But take me back to Winterfell. I need to bathe in the hot springs. We've been journeying for many, many months, even maybe over a year, actually. At long last, I'm finally home. There was nothing better than arriving back in Winterfell after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. My caravan master Aelin reports that we have journeyed for 235 days. How long did we travel to King's Landing then? That must have been years. But we are back in Winterfell, right? Now the challenge begins. Alexa, are you being educated? I believe so, because you were named after one of my channel members. What about Lady Brenda of the North? She's not being educated yet. You would want diplomacy and learning. Let's go learning for you. And then if I can find someone with a high learning skill, such as my maester, let's go ahead and begin your education. There we go. Oh, I do like all these new icons on the UI. It's so fun. We don't have a war to deal with now either. So what is our goal? We are a cannibal. But we're also honourable and just. So maybe we won't eat anyone. I think the cannibal thing, it was more, we were in the middle of a war, we ran out of food, we had to eat our fallen soldiers to survive. Otherwise, oh look at that, I've been appointed Warden of the North as well. What do I get for this? My courtiers, stewardship +1 and prestige. I'm very glad he made me Warden of the North. My child Osric has recently become an age in which he is able to be squired. Lord Balthasar isn't a very good candidate to squire. I'm going to say no, but let's find someone. Let's see. Osric. Relationships, no. I want to educate squire, but not me. So either my admiral or my caravan master. Who has the highest prowess? My admiral and captain. 14 martial, 15 stewardship. He's brave, diligent, stubborn, and trusting. So we have some crossover here. He's a trained fighter. Roderick, you're going to educate the son of the wolves. There we go. Let's go ahead and do that. Turn my son into a knight. There was a deep and endless hole in my heart. Robert was a constant companion and confidant, and to have him ripped away from my life feels like a mortal wound from which I will never recover. My hand clasps the note he gave me, the last note he will ever give me, I realised bitterly. I tried to read it, but all I can do is move away from my face, that the precious words contained within are not washed away by my tears. Though there is a crowd of many mourners around me, I've never felt so alone. How did he die? Mysterio. Who killed Robert? Oh, who killed him? Was it Rhaegar? Ongoing heartache for 30 years. This character's best friend died, and they have been unable to fully recover. Like a game melancholic, Eddard has a hard time seeing the good in life. I don't think that's very fitting, because we did manage to rescue Lyanna. I do think this makes sense. Ongoing heartache. Robert was my best friend. What happened to him? I need to be strong and move forward. Can I read this letter? Oh, I don't think there's an actual letter. Maybe he told me who died, who killed him. Who's... So, Penai of the Stormlands is now in charge. I need to find secrets in Storm's End. I must discover who killed Robert. How long is this going to take? 5 months. Okay, we have to. Maldrek, I beg you, find out who murdered Robert. At least find out what happened to him. There's no way he just disappears. So Lyanna... She's widowed. The light in Lyanna's life has been snuffed, leaving her to continue on alone. Did they have a child? Oh, they had children. Okay, at least the lineage... Oh, only daughters. Robert, it must be a Stark thing. Me and Lyanna are only having daughters. What about Benjen? Benjen, do you have children yet? A daughter and a daughter. Wait, is there a bug? Wait, Rhaegar, what about your children? No, Rhaegar... Oh, Prince Aegon, though, he starts in the game, right? What about the Tullys? No, he did have a son here, but he died. What about you? Have you had children? No, they've had sons. Okay, it's not bugged. It's just a little bit coincidental. Why is this called The Rock now? Wait, what happened to Tywin? Can we see that? Let's go here. Wait, Kingdom of the Rock. Title history. It was destroyed. Kingdom of the Rock. Prince Lauren, the last of the Rock. What's happened here? What? I have no idea. Is this some unique decision, or what happened to Tyrion? Who is Tyrion to you? Oh, Tywin was your brother. Tywin was murdered by the Mad King. Okay. Tyrion... Oh, Tyrion does actually have land. A lot of land. In fact, he still has... Oh, he doesn't have Casterly Rock. He's been kicked out of Casterly Rock. He has a child. Is he a dwarf? He's not. Interesting that Tyrion holds land. That's a mess going on over there. Right, let's pause. We'll see what we can get into. We need to discover who killed Robert Baratheon. I don't think that's good. How is the Vale doing? Hugo of the Vale. Okay, the Tullys and the Arryns are allied here. They need to have children, because I would like to secure an alliance with the Vale once more. I would also like an alliance with the Riverland. We already have that. But I would like to secure it through children, if possible. They're going to be related, though. They're going to be cousins. So maybe that's not possible. Let's go ahead and step things up a little bit. I've ridden, taken aim, and struck so many times, I thought nothing could upset my rhythm. As I take yet another gallop down the practice range, a commotion I cannot fully see makes my horse rear up. For an instant, momentum keeps me pinned to the back of the horse as it starts shaking. Then, as if time is flowing slow, I can feel myself becoming dislodged. Calm down, girl, calm down. I can feel myself being thrown left and right, but no motion can make me loosen my grasp on the reins and the saddle. My commands eventually soothe the horse, and the animal is soon back to stomping eagerly on the hard-packed ground, as stable as ever. Such a forceful beast. Oh, I could train her myself. I gain a warhorse. Let's do that. We gain stress, but not because it's against our traits. It's just a little bit of hard work to train a warhorse. Admiring the stallion, but now follows my every command. I muse upon what to call him. Oh, I can't do a common name. A name inspired by history. Honor, glory, Balerion. God's grief for the first Storm King. Westerlands. I would love to name it myself. God's Grief sounds cool, because it kind of sounds like the gods would. For the first Storm King, let's honor Robert. The God's Grief. Okay, my warhorse is going to be called God's Grief. I would have liked to name it Robert or something like this. Now, one thing I wonder. Now, I don't think it's within the Stark nature to invade the Seven Kingdoms here, but what if we set out? We're constantly being raided from wildlings. Why don't we travel north and unite the wildlings? And then we can truly become the North. We would be unbeatable. What's this? Another hunt. I'm not going to attend another hunt. I think we might unite the wildlings. That could be an interesting objective for us. Greetings, my amicable liege. My entourage and I just arrived in Winterfell. Let's fetch in Lord Benjen. Benjen, my brother, has arrived at Winterfell. Thank you for seeing me, my liege. I come to you today with an urgent request. The lordship of Ulapine is beset by dissenters who make collecting the taxes impossible. Please, my lord, assist me in bringing these vipers to heel for the good of the realm. I can't afford to pay the money right now. I will help you, but you must help me. Order has its price. I tell you what, increase your levies and I will help you. He rejected it. Okay, I can't do much then. We got another court event as well. I think I found a reason why some days are more rat-free than others. My spy master, Lord Maldrick, happily declares as he moves aside to reveal a servant holding a very displeased cat. It wriggles in an attempt to free itself from the scratched-up arms of the servant, meowing in a rather endearing fashion. I say this one is a successful rat hunter, in fact. It was in the middle of a wrestling match with a fat one when we found it. What say you? Should we adopt this cat? Yes, let's adopt the feline companion. What should we call her? Or him, sorry. Let's see. What colour? He has black fur. Let's go ahead and call him Shadow. What a great name. Maybe we could have called the cat Robert, actually. We found some secrets. While performing his duties, Lord Maldrick has uncovered a secret held by Lord Michael. He was the man behind a failed murder attempt. That's a failed murder attempt, though. Keep on finding secrets. We must find out who killed Robert. I do wonder, do you think it was Rhaegar himself? The problem is, the Stormlands were rebelling. How do I secure an alliance here? Negotiate alliance. You won't accept because different faith. I would like to look out for you, though. Oh, Lyanna is still in the storm. Oh, Lyanna is serving as regent. Oh, okay. So at least, okay, the Starks are looking over here. I will remain in close contact with my dear sister to make sure nothing nothing happens. But sadly, I think that's it for today. So in the next episode, let's read this one first. Let's pause. Shit! Those accursed children, my son Odric and his compatriot Berth were caught red-handed having snuck into the armory. Don't they know what their weapons are dangerous? Barth had hurt himself, but fortunately Odric ran outside and grabbed the nearest adult, admitting everything they'd done. Odric looks genuinely distraught. I don't think he will ever be dishonest again. Odric is honest. Look at that. Honest, just like his father. Look at that. We're rubbing off nicely. But I think that's it for today. So, what do you guys think about going north? I think we should unite the wildlings. Truly become the North. How can we be the North when there's already more people north of us? It doesn't make sense, you see. I don't think we should have any ambitions down here unless we find out who killed Robert. But yeah, my plan is to unite the wildlings. That's the plan for this playthrough. But that's it for today, guys. If you liked the video, be sure to click the like button. It helps a little bit with the algorithm and everything. And if you want a chance to name our future children, then consider becoming a channel member by pressing the join button below. And then join the Discord, and we have a special name channel in there where you can type your names and education focus and whatnot. But that's it for today guys. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.